In the vibrant city of Lagos, where the streets thrummed with life, the smell of street food filled the air, and the sound of music played from every corner. There was a woman named Amara, who was known for her captivating beauty and alluring charm. Her smile could melt the hardest of hearts. Her eyes, deep and mysterious, seemed to hold stories from centuries past. She was the kind of woman who could command the room without a single word. Her presence more powerful than any spoken language. Amara was not just a seductress in the physical sense, though her beauty was undeniable. It was her confidence, her ability to make people feel seen and special that truly drew them to her. She had an intoxicating way of making everyone believe that they were the most important person in the room, even if just for a moment. But Amara's life had not promised me so easy. She had grown up in a small village in southeastern part of Nigeria, where the expectations for women were strict and traditional. As a child, she had been told that her beauty was a curse, that it would lead her into temptations and trouble. But instead of shying away from it, she embraced her allure, learning how to use it as a tool, not just for attention, but for self-expression and empowerment. But when Amara moved to Lagos, she quickly became the talk of the town. Her elegance, her grace, her charm were unrivaled. Yet, despite many suitors who flocked outside, she remained elusive. No one could quite figure her out. And that was part of her magic. She was never one to settle, always moving through life on her terms, never allowing anyone to control her. One evening, at a grand gala in the heart of Lagos, Amara's life would take an unexpected turn. The event was filled with the city's elites, politicians, celebrities, and powerful businessmen. Amara walked in with her emerald green gown flowing behind her like the tail of a peacock. The light from the chandeliers shimmered against her skin, giving her an ethereal glow. Every eye in the room turned to her, but she was not interested in any of the men who stared. It landed on a man who seemed different from the others. His name was Kofi, a successful entrepreneur from Ghana who had recently moved to Lagos to expand his business. He was handsome in a quiet, unassuming way, with warm brown eyes that seemed to carry a deep understanding of the world. He didn't stare at Amara the way the other men did. Instead, he smiled at her, as if he had known her for years. Their eyes met across the room, and for a moment, time seemed to stand still. There was no rush, no pressure, just the two of them, locked in a silent understanding. Amara walked towards him, her hips swaying with the confidence of a woman who knew her worth. Kofi stood, waiting for her, his expression calm, but his heart racing. "Good evening," she said, her voice smooth and warm, carrying just the right amount of curiosity. Kofi smiled. "I could say the same about you. You don't need a room full of men to stand out." Amara chuckled, intrigued by his effortless charm. They spoke for hours, their conversation flowing as if they had known each other forever. She found herself drawn to him in a way that was different from how she had felt with others. He wasn't trying to win her over with flashy compliments or gifts. Instead, he listened to her, understood her, and made her feel truly seen. The night came to an end, but neither of them wanted to leave. As Amara prepared to exit the gala, Kofi stopped her. "Would you like to go somewhere quieter?" he asked. "I know a place where the city's chaos can't reach us." Amara hesitated, but something about Kofi made her trust him. He wasn't like the others. He wasn't trying to seduce her in the usual way. He simply wanted to connect. They drove to a quiet rooftop cafe with a stunning view of the city's skyline. The air was warm, the night still. For the first time in years, Amara felt at ease. They shared stories of their childhoods, their dreams, and the lessons they had learned along the way. Amara was surprised to find herself opening up to him in a way she hadn't with anyone before. As the night wore on, their connection deepened. Kofi wasn't intimidated by her allure or the power she exuded. He respected her, admired her strength, and saw the woman behind the mystics. He didn't need to conquer her. He simply wanted to be with her. By the time the sun began to rise, Amara knew something had shifted. She had spent her life dancing around love, afraid to let anyone get too close. But with Kofi, it felt different. He wasn't trying to claim her. He was simply offering her the space to be herself. For the first time, Amara realized she didn't have to use her allure to control situations. She could let go, trust, and love freely. Amara and Kofi's relationship blossomed into something real and lasting. She had met her match, a man who loved her, not for her beauty or her charm, but for who she truly was. But for the first time, Amara didn't feel like she had to play the set of chess with Kofi. She could simply be herself. Together, they built a life full of love, laughter, and shared dreams. In the end, Amara realized that the most powerful thing she could offer wasn't her allure or charm. It was her heart.